Tonight, I bring you something that Ghanaians need to learn from Nigerians.
Welcome to the African Excellence Hub.
I have traveled. I have seen different countries. I have watched, listened, and had conversations with Africans and people from many other races. And yes, Nigerians have our flaws, just like every other people. But there is something I want every Nigerian to understand. Some of the strongest resistance Nigerians face does not always come from outside Africa. In many cases, it comes from fellow Africans, particularly from two African countries that have become especially vocal about Nigerians. The world has often placed a very low ceiling on what Africans are expected to achieve, even down to what we should eat, what we should wear, where we should live, and how successful we are allowed to become. So when Nigerians break those limits, some people struggle to understand it.
Nigeria, bro, to shoot a music video, standard, you go pay like $30,000, bro.
Wow.
Standard. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Like, standard, $40,000. So, if you want to be like them, you have to start thinking on $50,000 budget for
The video.
your release. You can't.
So our fellow Africans call Nigerians scammers. They call us drug dealers. They attack our money, our achievements, and our reputation. And sometimes, the goal is not really to correct wrongdoing. It is simply to make Nigerians feel bad about themselves. But they don't want to use that same tagging energy to stand up and stop being lazy, procrastinating, reluctant to chase their goals. But Nigerians are not easily broken by that. You can see it in the comment sections. We often see those accusations as cruise because we know that the bad actions of a small fraction of Nigerians do not define millions of us. Instead of constantly bringing up the wrongdoing of a few Nigerians, I would rather see other Africans use that same energy to tell Nigerians who are doing wrong. Stop it. Respect the law. Respect the people of the country you are living in. And do better. That is what you would do if your own sibling was doing something wrong in your house or in your country. Situation reminds me of a white police officer seeing a black man driving an expensive truck and immediately wondering, how did he get this? Because in his mind, that person was never supposed to be driving that truck.
Where are you coming from this afternoon?
From work. I'm heading home.
Work? Because people like you driving around here usually got something illegal in the car.
I don't have anything illegal.
You got any firearms in the vehicle? Any weapons I should know about?
No,
because I'm smelling marijuana coming from this car.
There's no drugs in here.
Step out of the vehicle. I'm going to search the car.
I hear Africans say, if Nigeria is so good, why do Nigerians leave Nigeria? But why don't you ask the Germans, Chinese, Americans, British, Indians, or other foreigners living in your country the same question? Does their presence mean their countries are worse than yours? Of course not. People travel. People migrate. People look for opportunities. People build businesses in different countries. That is how the world works. So when you see a Nigerian succeeding abroad, don't automatically create a story to explain why they should not be successful. Rather be close to them with a good heart, and he will teach you.
Tonight, I bring you something that Ghanaians need to learn from Nigerians. For me, I talk about the truth. If it must be done, it must be done well. If it must be said well. Your attitude towards work and business is terrible. I mean, not all of you. Some Ghanaians, a lot of Ghanaians, majority of Ghanaians, cite an example. You want to get a taxi driver to a place and he doesn't know the place. The Ghanaian taxi driver will tell you, I don't know the place, so I'm not going. Boom, he will move his taxi. And Nigerian taxi driver will say, Madam, I know sabi the place, but we go fit find go fit take us there. He will go take you to your location, and collect that money. You go.
If you want to see the Ghanaian I don't care attitude, check the self-employers and employers, the artisans, the plumber, the welder, the mechanic, the tailors, all these guys, and they go to see the I don't care attitude of the Ghanaian. You understand? They will collect your money. Now you can't beg them, say, boss, I beg now. Boss, I think I'll beg you. When you go finish my job, when you go do something, go do something. You can't beg them. In those cases, customer are not always right too. Now the artisan and then there's the right. You will beg. You understand? They will make you look like say they are doing you a favor. And whereas they want giving them business, you're actually doing that, you're doing each other a favor.
And then there is the statement. Nobody wants Nigerians in their country. No, it is you, those two African countries with similar behaviors, calling Africans foreigners in the African continent. I believe this description is enough for you to know yourself. I have not seen the entire world saying that. If there are particular countries where Nigerians genuinely face serious hostility, let's acknowledge those specific situations. But don't take the attitude of two countries and present it as the attitude of the entire world. Look around the world. Nigerians are working, studying, building businesses, becoming professionals, advising governments, and contributing to societies across America, the UK, Canada, Australia, Europe, Asia, and elsewhere.
Are different dynamics when you look at this, but also there's a question of cheap labor, but not necessarily with Nigerians, because you find that Nigerians are entrepreneurs.
Yeah, no, they're not the cheap labor in the restaurants. Yes. Definitely not.
Oh, yes.
You see, Nigerian and South African story is just a story of, I know when you started, how come you get here? Because the only thing that baffles South Africans about Nigeria is how we came with nothing. And in a twinkle of an eye, Nigerians dominated the financial sector of South Africa.
I remember visiting Ghana in 2022. I had a conversation with a Ghanaian Momo agent who seriously asked me to introduce him to the God of Nigeria. Because, according to him, they believed Nigerians had a particular God that made us prosper. I was shocked. I told him there was no such thing. But he became upset, as if I was refusing to help him. That experience made me think deeply about how some people perceive Nigerians. Nigeria is a country where competition starts very early. Millions of people are competing for opportunities, and you learn from a young age that if you don't move, somebody else may take the opportunity before you. Nigeria to develop Nigeria also. We own our institutions and economy, so it's a shame to always see most of you say, go back home and use your knowledge back home as if Nigeria is stuck at one place. Are you not surprised to see foreigners visiting Nigeria and keep seeing the differences of what they heard and from what they see on ground? That environment creates a certain resilience, ambition, and determination. But I also want to say this directly to Nigerians living in other African countries, especially those travel around Africa to do business. Respect the laws of the country you are in. Respect the people. Respect the culture. Do legitimate business. Create jobs. Live peacefully. Stay away from illegal activities. And understand that we cannot spend our entire lives defending Nigeria because of the actions of a small fraction of Nigerians. If you are a Nigerian abroad, represent yourself well. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Build your business. Create value. Employ people. Pay your taxes. Follow the law. Live peacefully. And mind your business. Remember that we are the populous black nation on earth. And that is one of our sins as well. Any wrongdoer with a black-skinned color must be a Nigerian, as Nigeria has been used as a sample size to represent the Africa continent. So this is a battle we have to fight, and also fetch out others committing crimes and tagging themselves Nigerian. Remember, black has been defined to attract bad people. Though we have no records of enslaving others or conquering other people and taking their wealth. Because, whether people like it or not, Nigeria has produced millions of hardworking, intelligent, ambitious, successful people, and that success is not going away. To my fellow Africans, let's learn to distinguish between criticism and envy, between correcting wrongdoing and trying. Nigerians, don't allow anybody to make you ashamed of your ambition. At the same time, don't allow pride to make you blind to your own mistakes. We can defend our people while still demanding better from our people. Africa will definitely appreciate one another one day. It may not be in our time, but I believe that day will come. God bless Nigeria. God bless Africa.